When we break the law of God, it does not give us freedom and liberation. It brings us into the bondage of Satan. Does everybody see this here on the screen? Now, when you see this picture, what comes to your imagination? Yes, an idol. This is a symbol of something called the golden calf. Now, is this golden calf a representation of righteousness and holiness? No, it is not. Exodus chapter 32, starting in verse number 1, the Bible says, "And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we want not what is become of what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives and of your sons and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people brake the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool, after he made it in a molten calf. And they said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of what? Out of the land of Egypt. Now, do you think that it was a very great thing that they made this idolatrous calf to bow down and worship it? No, it was not. Now, brothers and sisters, were they just merely bowing down and worshiping this calf? Was this all that they were doing at the base of this mountain? Well, let's see. Now, where do you think they got the ideas to make and engage in these forms of idolatry? They got it from Egypt. Notice this. Man, again, by the name of George Rawlinson, professor of ancient history, Oxford University. Notice what he says about the religion of Egypt. Another peculiar feature of the Egyptian religion, and one which, though it may have had some redeeming points, must be pronounced on the whole low and degrading, was the worship of what? Of live animals. Lord have mercy. Does the Bible talk about this idolatry? Yes, you can read about this in Romans chapter 1. Sheep, especially rams, were generally regarded as sacred. Again, this is a man by the name of Manly Palmer Hall, esoteric writer in the 20th century. Notice what the man says. When the venerable equinox no longer occurred in the sight of Taurus, the sun god incarnated in the constellation of Aries, and the ram then became the vehicle of solar power. The goat is both a phallic symbol and also an emblem of what? When that says phallic, does anybody know what that's referring to? Anybody ever heard of the Washington Monument down in Washington, D.C.? That is an obelisk. It is a degraded form of heathen worship. I won't get it explicitly just for the sake of the children. This says, when used in black magic, the pentagram is called the sign of the cloven foot. All right, it's a man by the name of Herodotus, 5th century Grecian historian. Notice what he says. Now, the reason why those of the Egyptians whom I have mentioned do not sacrifice goats, female or male, is this. The Mendesians count Pan to be one of the 8 gods. We're going to jump down. The Mendesians then reverence all goats and the males more than the females. This says in all the Mendesian district, and both the goat and Pan are called in the Egyptian tongue Mendes. Moreover, in my lifetime, there happened in that district this marvel. That is to say, a he-goat had intercourse with a woman publicly. And this was so done that all men might have evidence of it. So what were the children of Israel practicing at the base of Mount Sinai? They were engaging in bestiality, fornication, adultery, homosexuality, all of these things at the base of Mount Sinai. Now again, was that serious? You see, brothers and sisters, this is the practical outworking of the breaking of the law of God. When we break the law of God, it does not give us freedom and liberation. It brings us into the bondage of Satan.